Hey everyone, the numbers are in for Splash in Panama City Beach for 2025. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. Recording these updates a little later than I normally like to, but it's Monday, January 26th, 2026. But it's giving me the benefit of some context of seeing a little bit, getting a little bit of a glimpse at how maybe the spring market will go this year. So I'd like to go through the market numbers for you pretty quickly, go through Splash specifically, and then talk about some predictions. I was pleased last year. One of the things I was most proud of last year, the Duran Group sold more resale real estate than anybody in Panama City Beach in 2023, also 2024. Again, last year, but last year we were number one. We sold almost twice as much as the number two agent or team in the market. And 2025, what you'll see was one of the most difficult years to navigate in the condo market since maybe 2008 or 9. And so what I was pleased that we in a market where 30% of contracts that are getting put together between buyers and sellers are not closing, we were helping not just helping more people than any other outfit in the market, but almost twice as much. So just to give you, the only reason I mentioned any of that, we continue to be proud to help people, but I sell a lot of condos. I see a lot of what's happening in the market. So I just want to give you my 2 cents from someone that knows the condo market pretty well. I started working in 2003. I was on site at Calypso during pre-construction. So right when Splash and Aqua and Sunrise Beach and Tidewater and all this Sterling Breeze, all these new the newest generation of condos outside of maybe Tower 3 at Calypso were being built. So let's talk about 2025. First of all, remember our months of inventory number is important. 5 or 6 months of inventory is a neutral market. When the number is higher, the market's slower. It puts more pressure on pricing. When the number is lower, it's better for pricing. So we started the year right around neutral at 6.4. We ballooned in May to 13 months of inventory. This means the market slowed down in the spring, which is a little surprising. We normally don't slow down in the spring. We got a little bit better throughout the year, but we ended the year at 10.63 months of inventory, very much buyer market territory. And the price, this is probably the most eye-opening thing for me last year. The median sales price of a condo in the newer buildings in Panama City Beach went from $605,000 to $441,000 last year. That doesn't mean that everybody lost $150,000 worth of value, but it is significant to know the median price moved down that much. That's a big, big, big number. Months of inventory number to compare, give us some context. If we go back to 2016, here's in this graph, here's our neutral line. April and May of 2020, when we didn't know if we were going to sell a condo again, beginning of COVID. We've been slower than that recently, just the beginning of COVID. And remember, again, why we watch this months of inventory number, when the number is low, prices tend to move up. They really move up a lot when the number is really low. The number starts to move up again, pricing flattens and starts to come down again. And what I worry about a little bit is that this has really jumped recently. Does that prime us to really move down further? To give you a little bit more context, remember we're right now some recent highs for us, which means slow, 10.63, 13 months. If you go back to the financial crisis, this is now 2007 to 2016. The worst month of the financial crisis was 21. But look at some of the numbers around still in the financial crisis. 10 months of inventory, 13 months of inventory, 7, 7.5, 7.4. And does that look familiar? 13.2, 13, 10. It's different reasons why we were this slow, but the data is the data. And then one last thing, and why you'll hear me talk about this, I've been talking about it for over a year now, but it can take time when prices are coming down. It can take time for prices to get all the way to whatever the bottom will be, stay along the bottom for a while, and start to move up. The median sales price of a condo in January of 2007 was $435,000. But even if you take a smaller number, say 400,000 in June, it took us, this is a 9-year period that we didn't even get back to 265,000. And if you looked at that period and moved up, it took us until 2021 to get back to that 400,000 number. So 2007 to 2021, the last time, 14 years for prices to fall, flatten, start to move up again, and get back to normal, or get back to what they previously were. So I think we have to be careful this spring, especially. When we go through Splash specifically, I have this organized chronologically because I want to see what happened in the order of things. So let's take this 2-bedroom floor plan. It's one of the more popular ones, and see what happened throughout the year. February, the sales price was $505. Later that same month, same floor plan, $465. Now, I know condition has a lot to do with this, but let's just track the market. A little later, March, $506,000. June, $475,000. September, $485,000. October, $475,000. November, $465,000. End of the year, $465,000. So some depreciation there in that floor plan. If we look at the 1-bedrooms early in the year, $409,000, $405,000, $400,000 by May. I think I saw one later in the year. $355,000 in December. It's the data is the data. The numbers are the numbers. I think what people keep asking me is, what happens this spring? I don't have the time machine any more than anybody else, but our price is either going to stop right here and start screaming up or going up. Are they going to stay? Are we flattening finally? Or are we going to continue to depreciate? I don't see anything in any of this that causes me to be optimistic about prices all of a sudden appreciating. Are we getting to a point where one of these sales somewhere is the bottom or around the bottom? 355,000 is pretty eye-opening for a 1-bedroom after 400. I kind of think the mid threes is about where the 1-bedrooms are going to land in the buildings like Splash, maybe Calypso, Seychelles, things like that. I do think when you look at something like this is how many we started the year last year with $51 million worth of condos for sale. We now have $138 million of condos for sale. And this yellow line shows how much we are selling per month. And so we're not selling any more per month. It's a pretty steady number, but we have almost 3 times as many units for sale. So some percentage of that will be owners that really want to sell or need to sell. And their only lever to pull at this point, especially if they've been on the market for a while, is price. So I would not surprise me to see prices continue to slide down, potentially dramatically by certain floor plans or certain buildings. Lastly, so to give you some, a little insight into what's going on in January, usually the owners who are trying to get ahead of the market a little bit will talk to me in January, maybe early February. It's very normal to call in February, March. Hey, I'm going to put it up for sale for the summer. We sell more units in the spring. So the people who are a little more experienced are calling now. So a couple of things that have happened, I think, that add to this narrative. I've had one group call me that has a group of 10 units for sale. They want to sell. And another group that has 30 plus units for sale. One owner that wants to sell. And I'm working. I submitted last week, the first time in probably 15 years, I submitted a request for short sale on a condo to the bank, meaning owner, financial hardship, bought at a certain price. It's now worth less. The numbers aren't making sense for them, and they've requested a short sale. And the bank is open to accepting that. So all things that happened that I've seen before. This happened in versions of this happened in 2008 and 9. So I won't be surprised to see some more depreciation in the market. I would tell people who own condos, I'm very bullish on Panama City Beach long term for a lot of reasons. If you just look at what St. Joe's developing, if you look at just the hospital project, much less anything else, I really like what's going on in the area for years to come. The economics, just the basic economics, nationally, regionally, locally, will affect condo sales. And at the moment, there's a lot of pressure on condo sales to come down. So we just have time to have to work through this. So I think if you own one, and enjoy it and rent it out, have a good time, still enjoy it. We have gorgeous beaches and a lot of things to offer. And it just, your value on paper may still continue to go down for a while before it flattens out and then starts to dig up again. If you really want to use the money for something else, you don't use the condo as much, the kids are older, you don't come down as much as you used to, you probably think about, at least if the financial part is one of the major factors for you, then there's a very good chance that selling sooner rather than later helps you still sell for a little bit more than you would later throughout this year, possibly. That's at least what it's trending now. Things can always change. So that's the point of sending you guys the mailers. That's the point of the video updates. That's the point of the e-alert system for those of you who are set up on that. If you want to be set up on that, 850-290-0417 is my number. Just call me, text me. We'll get you set up. That means just anytime something happens in Splash, you'll be notified. And it's a nice, accurate way to keep up with the sales. I hope this helps you understand the market. I wish I had better news for condo owners, but I don't think it's anything very scary. I think it just is what it is, and we keep marching on. Thanks for watching. If you want to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text anytime. Thanks.